Have you ever wondered if you could visualize sound? Well, in 1787, a scientist and musician called Ernest Chladni developed a Chladni plate, and this Chladni plate essentially utilized the Chladni effect to create patterns with a bow. What he did was he vibrated using the bow a specific plate, and it created various graphic images. So in my DYO, my experiment, I tried to mimic this Chladni effect, and it says when a surface is vibrated, the sand on the surface will all rush to the nodes of the wave, of the sound wave, because the amplitude at those nodes are zero, so that causes it to like all collect over there, while the parts that don't have any sand are the antinodes, and essentially that creates those different patterns because sand goes away when it starts vibrating. It goes away and it goes into like the whatever nodes that are created by the specific frequencies. So I created my own Chladni bucket. So I wanted to investigate the different patterns that were developed. However, the results indicated that other than when the frequency was at 103 hertz, there was a oval shape consistently. There weren't any discernible or identifiable patterns for all of the other frequencies. However, I did find that when I measured the distance between nodes on my Chladni surface, as the frequency increased, the distance between nodes decreased. So it became like smaller and smaller and smaller, sort of like little circles or like little lines, and it formed like more complex patterns as the frequency increased, while the lines were, or the nodes were really far apart when the frequency or like it was lower. So it basically, my experiment suggested an inverse relationship between frequency and wavelength, which is also the distance between nodes, and we know that from formula V equals lambda f, so that lambda is wavelength and f is frequency. So my experiment proves that, and also it also shows how we could visualize sound in ways that's like graphically possible and can be applied on different studies like seismology, which is the study of earthquakes, as well as building drums, and all different sorts of instruments and applications.